So here we are, another episode of the Completely Inappropriate podcast. I am your host, Tony, along with our most luxurious host over there, Mr.
Oh, me, Frank.
Oh yeah. This week we have a new guest on, a man of a different caliber, Mr. Mike. Mike, say hello to everybody.
How's it going, everybody? Everybody fine out there?
I guess, we'll see.
Hopefully.
So we got some eye candy for the ladies out there. We got them as close to the camera as we could.
Yeah.
But more like a Hershey's chocolate bar instead of a kiss. You're a very cute, adorable little thing, but this man is he's a bar of a man.
You know, for a while, fucking all these people in my unit tried pushing the fucking nickname on me, Gummy Bear. The excuse was because I was cute and cuddly.
And sweet like candy.
Sometimes.
Does it taste good? Really get the...
That's on them to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you give anybody a lick of your lollipop?
Only the females, but fucking... I don't have much interaction with female Marines.
Anyway, Mike, so... were there a lot of female Marines?
Probably. I was infantry, like my entire fucking camp.
Infantry's all men?
It was all fucking men.
That's how that goes.
Oh, man.
That'll die.
One cock and they blow.
We need,
the gun, of course.
We like we like the women to men ratio to be higher here in the United States, so we just send all the men to infantry. women, we want them to come back. Not fucked up at all. So, Mike, we brought you in. I brought you in because I've heard a little bit about your past being a professor. I thought you were a music professor because I found you on
music,
Instagram.
huh?
Yeah, well, I found you on Instagram. I heard that you were a professor. I was like, oh, this guy who plays guitar and drums at the same time with a Wookie mask on seems like the kind of professor I'd like to fucking enroll in his class, man. Those fucking cool videos you got out there. But you're not a music professor.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not a music professor. I started teaching a science class. It's called neuromotor learning there at UTSA.
Yeah.
And it happened, the job basically came, it fell in my lap. I didn't apply for anything really. What happened is I worked on a thesis on heart attack research. So that's what I did. I trained rats and to do exercise after they had a heart attack. The whole point was to see, which group had a better recovery. After that. Yeah, so we had sedentary rats where they just sat, did nothing in a cage. Then we had the ones on a treadmill doing endurance. You're talking about runner's high. They probably got a good little...
Oh yeah, before we started recording we were talking about how I'm trying to set myself up to do a marathon in January.
And I was like, yes sir.
Come on Mike, you're a fit dude, let's go.
Most I ever run was a mile.
Yeah, oh shit, really? That's it?
Maybe a mile and a half.
Yeah, when I first started running, I could not hit a mile, and that was only a year and a half ago. I couldn't hit a mile, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna do 2 miles by my birthday, and I was like, well, I did that. Let's do 8 miles in a month. So I went from 8 months. Yeah. Anyway, I've told that story.
So the rest were doing. Yeah, the rest are running. They're training for their marathon, right? Trying to recover from the heart attack, and then we have another group called the strength training group. So that research went pretty good.
Wait, what were the strength training?
I was wondering if you're gonna ask. Okay, everyone's like, you pictured like a rat's bench pressing.
I immediately like a real idea. It had like maybe put a little weight on, tie a little weight to their back or something.
And that is exactly what we did. We tied it to their tail though.
Oh, okay. So they gotta drag out.
And it was actually kind of like a legit training regimen where they did 4 sets or 4 climbs, the reps, and it was exactly like you would expect. And
that's fucking cool. They gotta climb over the
human
little wall and shit.
Exactly, up a ladder, and then boom, there we go.
Straight up doing HIIT workouts.
So there are 3 groups right there. So then after that research, then it so happened that one of the professors quit or got a job somewhere else, and then my mentor was like, which was the one in charge of the whole program there, said, hey, there's an opening, if you want it, you can have it. I'm like, oh, there you go. Nice. So that was right out, probably.
So what was your education here? Like what,
It was physiology.
Obviously
It was, I ended up with a master's in physiology, and then my bachelor's was in exercise physiology too.
Right on, man. So what happened to that job? Why aren't you there now? What are you doing now?
Right now,
we get to that, what do you do now?
So I'm trying to do the whole music thing, and I just find a way.
Full-time
yeah, like really. I find a way to kind of exploit that whole little niche. I mean, there's nothing going on with drums and guitar.
Yeah, it's really cool, man.
Yeah,
And then you throw on these masks for something.
I know, the masks are really cool. So the whole
What was
purpose,
that about?
the whole purpose behind the mask is kind of, I want to see the, social media, you're always trying to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
That's
a little thing for
we
practice.
didn't give the warning.
That reminded me. Okay, no, I got.
Hey, that's an app that goes off to remind me to practice. Okay,
Was that you?
You know when you're taking you're waking in the morning, you gotta just unleash, right? So I got this app. So either I'm searching news on Donald Trump or just some random stuff, but this one helps me to. It's like a little game to where I can learn the fretboard of the guitar. Something else, right?
Cool, man.
So
there's an app for everything.
Yeah, there's an app for that.
Okay. So you're working on your. We'll get to that. So how did you end up? How'd you end up losing the job? Why aren't you?
Okay, so I ended up quitting. I had this network marketing company. It's called Lavelle, and it's kind of like it's a health supplement company. And it pretty much took off. It took off big time, and to the point where I was making, it was like 3.5, 4K, a month,
Nice.
but doing absolutely nothing. Like that is the craziest part.
That's a proper job, right
This
there.
is and the way I got lucky. I mean, it's not the typical thing, but then again, I hustled. So are you guys familiar with network marketing? Like you tell one person about it, you show them a product, and then it just goes from there.
That's what we're trying to do here, man.
Yeah. So
It's all marketing nowadays, really. It's
Yeah.
all network marketing now.
It really is.
If you're not working with other people, you're not reaching half the audience you could.
So that job happened this summer before I took the professor job. So by the time I'm teaching, I'm putting all my days, work into preparing for the lectures. It's my first time I haven't really, taught. I didn't want to look stupid. I'm just like, oh my god, everything's going to preparing. And then over here, this job that I started doing this summer, telling people about the product, giving samples out, signing people up. They loved it. Then they tell their friends. So it was just this big domino effect with that. So I'm checking my weekly checks, and I'm like, okay, I'm making way more with this company, and I'm like putting all my effort into the other teaching thing, which I just didn't really see me becoming like a millionaire.
So it's basically
teaching.
just passive income that you got just rolling in.
Yeah, and I decided to take advantage of it big time. So I decided not to work the next semester. And at the time, there was this book that I was writing, and that's where this guitar drum thing comes on. So I was writing this book. It's called "Did God Create Homosexuality?" Like understanding science and scripture.
Oh,
So
now you're talking about our podcast right here.
So now I had already been researching the book for a good 2-3 years. I wrote an outline, and I was like, you know what, I really want to make this book happen, and now's the perfect time. Like I don't have kids, at the time I didn't have a girlfriend. It was just, I had all the time in the world to kind of like focus on that. Plus now the money was coming in from somewhere else that I didn't need to be there,
Right.
So this is a win all the way, exactly. So, let's see.
So is that still where you're at? Is that still,
So
that
the
passive income still a factor?
Yes, it's still a factor, but of course not as much because like I said, I haven't done anything with it.
Oh,
so it's still something. But what happened with the booking, that's a funny story because, let's see. So
Did you got a publishing deal? Did you get a sign-on
I wanted
bonus?
to do it by myself.
You wanted to fully
Full self-publish, exactly, because I figured, I'm like, with a topic like this, the publisher, all you're really paying for, they're going to take all your money at the end, right?
Yeah.
First of all, and second of all, you only need a publisher if you're doing, like when social media did not exist.
Yeah, once you have a name,
once you
it's
have
good
a
to
following, and once you
because
have...
Once you've published your first couple books and you get an actual following, then the publishers will come and offer you advances to write your next book. That's when the publishers
money up front.
right? You get that money up front. They also can help give you a direction as to what to write.
Exactly.
Of course, then you got editors that are literally telling you what to write, right? So you're kind of fucked in that regard. But
hopefully they...
So there's a benefit to those people, but yeah, at an early stage of the game, I would imagine it makes a lot more sense to self-publish.
Yeah, and so I was almost, so now, let's fast forward, it took me like another 3 years, I'm just getting all that stuff together. And the thing is, I figured out, I'm like, what, before we answer the question, did God create homosexuality, like, let's take it back a step, let's ask.
Is there God?
Yeah, did God create anything? Does God exist, first of all? And that's where, my research took me. And short story before, we can go that route if you want, because that's really interesting. But so then what ended up
I
happening.
feel like you've packed so much in. We've been going for 10 minutes. You packed so much in that we can cover back and come back and ask you on like 3 fucking episodes to break down all the shit you're saying.
We're almost at the control. This is the coolest part. It plays into all this stuff. So
I mean, I'm fine. I like you got a lot going on here, man. I'm taking notes over here.
Yeah. So okay, check it out, guys. So the inventing of the control. This is like where I'm at right now. Okay. So what happened was, of course, you're writing a book like that, and you're talking about evolution. You're talking about the Bible. I had to freaking read the Bible. I mean, and then
at least one of them.
Right?
At least one of them. There's not just one out there.
Just so many like the biggest topics,
I get,
of all time.
Just touching on that. So was this from a Catholic or Christian based
from my Christian
theology, rather?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you weren't looking at the Muslim or
wasn't looking at Muslim, none of that stuff.
Not even Buddha, the connection between Jesus and Buddha.
Nope.
None of that.
This is just the God of the Bible.
Strictly.
Yes.
So are you devout? Are you a practicing theist?
As in what
consider
sense?
yourself spiritual, or just there is a God?
I've come to the conclusion
Christian?
there's a God. It's just trying to figure out the rest, because you got people writing stuff, but how much has it been tainted? I don't know.
I believe in morals, but do I believe in morals because I was taught the Bible growing up and the morals of Christianity, or do I believe in the morals because of the societal pressures to act a certain way? Like, what part of that is God's hand if He exists? And if it's not God, why do we have this innate feeling to take care of each other? And just I expand on these questions a lot.
Yeah,
we go hard in the paint.
Let's go hard in the paint. Let's do it.
Go hard. Well, we're still going through you.
Okay. So then I take a break, right, from all this, from the thinking, and my mind's ever. I'm like, okay, try to put the dots together of all this,
so
research.
You've got all your research together, and then now you're trying to amalgamate it all.
Exactly. Put it all together, and to rest and kind of get away from there, and to kind of rest my brain and whatever. I'd just get the guitar, and the guitar is awesome, so I'd sit down and just play here and there, and just get my mind off of everything. And then one time, I don't know, the drum set came from, there was this church that was moving. I interviewed the pastor. He's like, hey, we're in the middle of moving churches. We don't have room for the drum set. Can we store it at your house? I'm like, oh, sure, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So now, when I'm taking my breaks, I now have drums in my room, so I would sit down. So I'd sit down, and it was funny. I still remember the first time I had the guitar there. And then, you know how guitarists, they're always tapping their foot, right? Like, when you're playing, it just comes naturally.
Always that kick drum.
Yep, always that. So then I put that on, and I was like, playing. And
you got the double kick, right?
Well, I could do it the thing is I do it with one foot now. So I do a double kick, but with one foot.
Yeah,
because the other one is the hi-hat.
It's a double pedal, right? Or
no, I make it a double pedal.
You just double up the speed.
With the one foot, yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of extra work.
Yeah, it really is. It's a workout. It's like a marathon.
Yeah, no shit. That's why you got the calves of a runner without fucking running.
They're coming. The things that had no calves. If you think that's, dude, I was a stick. Like, boom.
I used to too, man.
It's bad.
Running was the best thing I could do for my lower body. Anyway,
my God.
So you're in this position now. I know you also met your wife while you were a professor. To be honest with you,
girlfriend.
I keep saying wife. It's just insane. I'm at the.
She's giving me problems right now. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Always in fights.
I know. We don't know what week this is coming out yet, so it could be. You could be split up by then. Who knows? So you meet your girlfriend while you're teaching. To be honest with you, I thought we were gonna hear a story about how you got fired because you were sleeping with your student.
You
didn't get caught though.
I would prefer to go out like that.
Instead of just
that'd be great. No, it wasn't like that at all.
Go out in an explosion rather than fade away. There's some sort of phrase I'm missing. Anyway. So you just were you? Was it a habit of yours to pick up your students?
For sure, and it probably would.
No hesitation.
Naturally. But this time, I mean, yeah, why even lie? I mean, of course. You know what? Okay, so one of my professors that I went to, and the thing is, because I was around their age, I mean, I'm 24, 25.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like they're like 23, 24. We're all in the same. There was people even older than me. Like, could pick them up. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, I didn't do it during class. Like I guess I was as professional as you can be about it. I mean, it's not like during class, no favoritism.
Hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's funny that you say that.
Not in class.
Because I would just drop little hints in there like, hey guys, office hours tonight at Wild West, which I think that was a country bar. Yeah. So which is after hours, and like, hey, we could talk about whatever you want to talk about. But I threw it out there as a joke, and I think that I saw like a student or two there once or twice, but who knows. But after I stopped in, that's when I could be like, hey, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. So
right on, man.
It was fun. And the only reason I ever go back to teaching would be to network.
To network. Well said.
It's all about networking these days, so I heard.
Or throw a net out of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Well, shit. You are just high intensity.
And that's with no coffee.
No coffee yet?
Not yet.
Oh shit! I should have offered you something before we started too. Fucking make now.
You know, some asshole finished your fucking coffee.
Well, I could have made more. I got the Keurig one. I'm gonna make you cut. Anyway, you're fucked. So, what we like to do on this show, we've spent the last 15 minutes getting to know you. Now the audience gets to know a little bit about you. Before we break down a little bit of that you want to get into the completely inappropriate questions now? Or you want to double back up to this Lavelle Health Company?
No, since we're talking about fucking banging students.
I got shit. Oh, you got something?
Yeah, let's shoot up the fucking.
We can show that on YouTube.
Inappropriate questions. Oh, let's ask the completely inappropriate questions. That's why we're here talking about banging your students.
All right, I'll ask the first one. Do you have a kink? You got any fucking freaky fetishes? Are you a foot guy? Do you like a little? Do you like to get pegged? Are you a fan of nipple clamps, bondage? What's your kink? Are you vanilla?
Okay, explain that.
Vanilla, you're just a nice
vanilla, like chill, relax,
Christian boy. If you're gonna see it on HBO, it doesn't happen. You know, Skinemax is as intense as it gets.
Oh, definitely not Skinemax. Not into like the bottom. I never tried nipple shit. I mean, what like,
nipple clamps?
Nipple clamps. You tried that?
I mean, I've had a nipple. I don't pinch my own nipples. I'm lucky enough to have someone to do that.
You got a dude pinch your nipples for you?
Yeah, man. What are you gonna do? Do it yourself?
Yeah, fucking.
Jerry, get over here. Jerry. Jerry's an old friend of ours of the pod. So.
Yeah.
No, do you fetishize anything? Do you have any, do you like her in a schoolgirl outfit?
Oh, that would be nice. Cheerleader outfits,
sure
that's what's up.
Sounds like you'd create your pervy professor over there. They're coming out with a new Dr. Doolittle, did you know? I'm sorry, I was thinking pervy professor, nutty professor, Eddie Murphy, Dr. Doolittle. Anyway.
Interesting.
Robert Downey Jr. is doing Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah.
Epic. But it's not Dr. Doolittle, it's Doolittle.
Yeah, you get that from fucking
ADD.
Role-playing fucking shit.
What are we talking about?
Talking about the inappropriate questions.
Nipples.
So tell us. No, you're asking me. You're turning this back around on me. What is your kink?
What? I mean, as far as kink, I mean, I don't really know. I never really explained it like that. Like what I'm into?
Yeah. What are you into?
I'm an ass dude, so I just love ass. That's just my thing. It's just the
typical. We'll go ahead and skip to the last question then. And so anal.
Have I?
Giving or receiving?
Oh, definitely never receiving. I mean,
alright,
never,
so
yeah.
Hey, judge not. Let's give you judge, my friend.
And when nobody judges, but just say like
Mr. Biblical over here.
You
should know better than that. Don't judge. So.
I mean, if I'm judging, let me know. But I don't know if I would.
So you're down for going where it.
You're down for anal play.
Yeah.
And the hole that shall not be named.
Yeah, the chick I just like bending her over and doing the things.
No, don't be so shy. This is a completely inappropriate podcast. We're gonna make you feel dirty. You're gonna feel dirty by the end of this questioning. So now, when you're talking about ass play, do you like to spread the cheeks and stare at the asshole directly, like it's your friend? Like, hi, how are you?
Ass?
Of course, and of course, we're talking about the right girl, not just normal everybody. But
eat ass?
It's never really been a thing until like girlfriend, yeah.
So this is the one that you finally let
great, yeah, and it's so funny. You're just like, oh, hello, like just having a little conversation.
Might be marriage material.
I do that.
Might be marriage material.
How could you not just take the minute to enjoy God's creation?
All its pristine wonder and glory.
Oh man.
Well, awesome.
Especially
Good.
when
So you're not completely vanilla, just a little boring. That's all right. No nipple clamps. No.
No, he's getting there. He's exploring
No
his
plugging.
fucking.
He'll get there.
His
He'll
what's
get
it called? Not sexual.
Have you?
Sexual self. I don't know. He's exploring
I don't know,
himself.
but pull off the mic a little bit. You're swallowing that thing. Jesus Christ. You wanna? Give it a lick.
Well,
Like
talk
it's a
about
juicy brown asshole.
anal fucking.
I know, it makes you want to get right up on there with the lips.
I do eat ass though. It tastes like pennies.
pennies?
Like
Yeah, if
pennies?
you're ever fucking curious.
Pennies.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Yeah.
fairly accurate. Of course, they should. I don't eat ass unless it's straight out the shower.
Of course, at the shower.
yeah.
Right?
And like, I don't take an hour out of the shower. Like, I mean, straight out the shower, then we're going dirty. Then we'll go downtown, but downtown to the brown town. But you don't fuck with it outside of the shower. There's a 1 hour shelf life on that literal shit.
A 1 hour show.
Yeah, because then you start getting the beads of sweat that form.
See, now I'm taking notes right here. Mental notes.
Sure,
this is
man.
great.
We're all
This is
fucking
great.
Oh, you want to talk kink? God in kinks. That's what I'm about. Yeah, now, you should see what we do with a crucifix, I'll tell you. No. No, I'm kidding. No, you put a condom on it, of course.
So then, moving on. Have you
Yeah.
ever been in any extramarital affairs?
Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
ever fuck a bride to be? or
Yeah,
something?
never about to be. I don't think so now.
You never stole a girl?
No.
Mr. Studio Girl?
Maybe still the girl. Maybe. I'm sure for sure. I just
Yeah.
can't think of. I've been with a lot, so.
Yeah.
I
That's hard to
remember-
keep track at a certain point.
Yeah.
And I tried keeping track one time, and then I was like, I felt like,
I did that with my yearbook once.
man.
What? And somebody brought it out, and I was like, I started listing. Oh, I've kissed her. Oh, I got head from her. I got head from her. I fingered her. I was like, sexually, I did a lot with a lot of different girls, and it wasn't my fault. I like to point out, I was very cute when I was a kid.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you just didn't want to be rude.
No, one of them would
That's
break up
usually
with me,
my
and
case.
then the friend would start hitting on me the next day, and who am I to be so rude as to say no?
Yeah, see,
Can't
I'm not
turn
doing
around a smiling face. I'm a Christian.
Because see, my fucking sex stories, right when they're about to get good, I almost always started off with, I didn't want to be rude.
Can't be
But-
rude.
So,
Can't be rude.
yeah. So, you've never fucking slept with a wife, somebody's girlfriend? You've never been the Sancho?
Nah, yeah. I wouldn't say yeah. Let's see, I'm trying to think, because I know.
Sancho, for those of you that don't know,
Oh, yeah.
is the guy that the wife or girlfriend cheats on you with.
Is-
I've been that guy numerous times.
So there's Sancha.
Again, 'cause I
The
don't
side
wanna-
piece. Side
The
piece.
side
piece.
Side
yeah.
piece. Sancho is side
You ever
piece.
been
and
somebody's
a la
young on the
Mexican.
side?
It's
Yeah.
side piece a la Mexicana.
Nah.
Good. Move on. You already
Okay,
said no. Why are we
move on.
repeating the question?
Okay, so the
Hey, fuck this. This is Halloween. Let's get to some Halloween questions over
okay,
here.
well, the last one was who's on his bucket list.
Oh, are we still on? Okay. Well, we're burning
Just
through.
one more. Who's
Nah,
on your
I hate that question though. It's
You
not
hate that
inappropriate. Everybody's got somebody they want to fuck from TV. All
Oh,
right.
from TV?
Pick from TV, movies,
Social
celebrity, social media.
Yeah. Like if you met them
Yeah, there's
and you
this-
had
there's-
this shot to fucking
There's
fuck
too many,
them,
right?
There's like so many. It's like every girl that comes out on Instagram.
Those Insta models are insane.
Bro, what is up with them?
Dude, and then you go to like the Germany and like Russia. Russia's on another level.
I'm still here at the US. I'm
Dude,
like
you
still
got-
trying to get through those though.
Yeah,
You
made in
got-
America, son.
I can't. I can just imagine Russia.
You look at those Russian chicks on Instagram, and it's like every fucking one is like a blonde-haired Sofia Vergara at like 18 years old, working at a coffee shop in Whataburger equivalent over there. Like everybody is
Hey, well,
attractive. in
at least we
fucking
know
Russia.
where we should make our podcast now. We should station them there. And
I mean,
have
I
some
say,
of them come on and
we
ask
do a
them
world
about
tour.
butthole pleasures.
Yeah.
We got listeners. Where is that?
We got listeners in
Indonesia.
Indonesia,
We have a listener in
Australia,
Indonesia.
fucking Canada,
Canada,
and
Washington now.
Washington,
North Dakota. The
Massachusetts,
Salt
New York.
Lakes.
Jersey
We're
now?
spreading, man.
Yeah,
We're spreading
we're
like
getting
your
there.
we're spreading like your favorite STD after
Oh, after you know.
So
Yum yum.
Alright, wait, what was the question?
But for sure, I'm gonna answer that one.
I got
Amanda Cerny. She's
yeah.
like right now.
Amanda
She's like
Cerny.
beast. Yeah, you should look her up.
Who are we looking at? Amanda Cerny. What
Amanda
does she do?
Cerny.
Why would we know her?
Look at this girl, Amy. I don't even know how to say her last name. Gardner. She's a dancer. And the thing is, like, she keeps.
Who?
it.
Amy Gardner?
Yeah, Amy.
With a T.
Oh damn, you know.
Gaertner. Gonna meet her one day. Ask her to
Wait,
collab.
I don't see
We're
her.
gonna do a guitar video.
You'll probably misspell the fucking last name.
I gotta get in on this.
Amy Gardner? How do you do that? What? Spell that one more time.
Or is Amy misspelled?
Check.
Maybe, yeah.
Some chicks spell it all weird. Like A-I-M.
2 N.
Oh, I'm busting it out. Here comes the Instagram.
She political? Yeah, that's cool. We'll splice it. Oh, we're talking anime chicks. You want to talk about anime chicks?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, y'all ever see Sword Art Online?
I don't watch the.
Oh man, I keep. Oh man.
Yeah.
Only the ones that look like they're over 20 though, like the teachers from Assassination Classroom.
They're cartoons. They can be whatever. age
Assassination
you want
Classroom.
them to.
No, but I like them to be mature women when they're
So,
cartoons.
40-year-olds.
Flawless, mature women.
So 30-year-olds.
Yeah, but like they have the voice and the attitude of a 40-year-old, but like the facial complexion of a 22-year-old. I'm
Okay,
only
so
mostly
you're-
sexist, alright? Fuck off.
So you're into Cali girls.
So
Yeah,
Cali, no, because I don't
You
like
got
get
fucking
pulled back. I don't like.
40-year-olds that look
But-
fucking 20.
Yeah, but they got paper clips fucking holding their skin behind
Some
their
of
fucking
them,
ears.
not all of them.
No,
Like if
no.
you stick to fucking
So
LA,
this is
yeah,
Amanda
sure.
Cerny. Amanda Cerny is a fitness model?
I think she's in.
No, she's
Oh
in
no,
everything.
she's a model.
Oh,
Chick. She was on
she is
Playboy and shit.
gorgeous.
She
Yeah, I
actually
know that.
did.
Now she looks a lot like one of the girls that is on my bucket list, but I will say, you know what, I'll write this down and just remember to say
Who,
that.
like
next time.
Amanda
I haven't gotten those
Getty, I
questions
think
yet.
was her last name?
Who?
Amanda something.
No.
She was on Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, that's
I
not
think
who
it
I'm
was.
talking about. Oh, this is Amanda Cerny.
Yeah, that's Amanda Cerny. Yeah. I follow her old roommate on
Alright, so you got Amanda
social medias. Fucking Katya Gleason.
Okay. And who is Amy what? Did you figure that one out?
Yeah, Amy. The weirdest.
Gardner.
She has Amy Marie. Put Amy Marie and then try Gardner.
Gardner or with a T?
It's because the last name's not coming out.
Oh, is that her?
That one?
Because that's about
Yep,
my,
that's her.
That's about my type
Oh,
right
that's
there.
her.
That's
That's
her.
about my type right.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yes,
yeah, I follow her
the
on
dancer
Twitter.
chick. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Yeah.
dancer.
She's
She's
from
a
Ohio.
beast.
You don't know I was in dance.
She's
right?
from Ohio. I didn't even know that.
Did y'all
Yeah.
know I was in dance?
I think so.
I did not.
I did ballet, folklorico, swing, hip hop. It was a lot of fun. I was
Yeah,
good.
I think so.
I moved my body.
Because you were doing fucking theater for a while, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't theatrical theater. It was I was going for television then.
Oh,
Whatever.
okay. Okay, and then one more.
Oh,
What was
man.
it?
Now I'm just looking at her videos.
Oh man, now I know who's that. I was having this discussion with my wife last night actually, who would be on my bucket list, because I never gave it much thought. I was like, I married the chick that I want to fuck the rest of my life. Like that's why I married her. Like
That's
I'm
what's up.
good, you know. But so everybody I told her it was like somebody I'd just seen in the movie within the last 48 hours. You know what I mean? Like it was. Well, there's this one. Well, no, I don't want to give them away yet.
But
I might as well. No, I won't give them away yet. Y'all will just
Okay.
have to
We'll
wait.
just
Y'all get a
move
little
on.
tease of the taint once more from Tony. So, Mike, that is your bucket list. I think that
Two.
ends our.
Two's good, yeah. Those two would
Okay.
be great.
Oh, we need one more. Yeah. Yeah, Amy Gardner is cute. She definitely reminds me of one of my girls. And Amanda, that's funny. We have very similar tastes.
Yeah.
We do. Mine's a little different, but I think if you saw who I picked, we'd both agree. I already agree with your choices, so I'm sure you'd agree with mine. Me and Frank seem to have different tastes, though.
yeah, I like him young. He likes him about his age.
I like them of age to consent.
Yeah, I didn't say I don't like him.
18's great, 19's great,
Fuck
20?
yeah.
21?
That's disgusting.
How is it disgusting?
It's so gross.
Now, since I
can't
got a tad
stand
bit
that
older,
attitude. I can't stand the attitude of like. I just got. I live a much slower life than an 18 or 19-year-old.
You gotta
That's all it is. I'm an old man. It's on me. It's not
see,
them.
and I've
They're
noticed that in the
wonderful.
past couple years, I'm like,
They're wonderful. I just don't have that kind of.
now it's like, because when I was 26, I dated an 18-year-old.
I was never.
That's not bad.
No, it's not
That's not bad.
I usually
But now I
date
don't think
chicks
I would
that's
date
like
an
whatever.
18-year-old, because they're just way too, like, immature. Yeah, so now, but 21 is good now. 22.
There's a lot of fucking 20-year-old chicks that are into 30-year-old guys. Like they fucking ask, some of them are into fucking 40, 50-year-old guys.
Wait, who?
Some 20-year-olds.
Oh shoot.
As long as they got 40 or 50 bills in their wallet.
I saw it. You guys were to TikTok that app?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to talk to him about that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that for sure.
Yeah, we need to start making
But
that
speaking
thing.
of which, I saw TikTok this girl, and of course there's a bunch of hot girls, the one that on the For You page. Dude, they're all freaking hot and 17. I'm like, dang, you guys are little and
Fucking
shit.
jumping and shit.
Dude, for sure. That's all you're gonna find on the app. Anyways, this one chick, she has watching her thing, and then she's like, me for the guys my age, and she's like not really into it. And then she's like, me for my friend's dad, and she's like all about it, and I'm like, oh shit, man, what is going on here?
Her daddy done let her down in her life. Alright, mister, so give us number 3, or your final fucker.
Oh,
fucking list.
Number 3?
Choice.
Okay.
You got one more on you?
Yeah, I picked mine off the top of my head too, and it was.
You know what? This is a good one. Just by association. What's So Amanda Cerny has a friend. Summer. What's her name? I'm gonna find her name.
Oh.
They actually do a podcast together. Go figure.
Oh shit!
Summer Rae. I didn't know that.
I think I've heard of her.
That's her.
That one?
On the left.
That's Amanda. That's the other one.
Okay, look up.
Oh, I looked at
Summer Rae. Wait. That's her. See what it says? Amanda Cerny and Summer Rae.
Yeah, that's not the best picture ever.
Of course.
Oh.
You're gonna find a lot of good ones.
Hey, there's.
I wish I really had my glasses right now.
And them? Woo! Yeah, let's just go Summer Rae by yourself. I'm confusing the algorithms. Damn, son. I imagine that's her.
No. Woof.
No?
She's hotter than.
We'll take that one. Oh, here we go. There's a WWE. What?
Oh, she's a diva.
Is she a diva?
No, look, okay,
No,
you had it right. So it
that's-
said Amanda Cerny and then Summer Rae, and then I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But they're friends. They started collabing, which of course that's what you do. Get more followers. They both trying to tap into the fitness industry. Basically every industry now.
Alright, well, we get your type.
Yeah.
You're a social media whore.
Yeah,
Whore.
that's right.
Hey, social media whore. Yeah, got it. Good. Hey, we all got our types. I can't do that though. Me, I'm a fitness freak. There's this one chick, Michelle Lewin.
Oh yeah.
You know Michelle Lewin.
I don't know who that is.
Most people know Michelle. Well,
Yeah, she's older.
I told you.
Yeah.
I like the vintage model.
Wait, is that her?
That's her.
How long ago?
That's recent. I follow her on Instagram. She looks exactly the same, dude.
You
Interesting.
think I'm gonna switch to the older woman?
I'm telling you. There's some finesse to it. There's some to it, you know. And a confidence level that there's no shirking her. Like she owns that shit. I love a woman that owns herself.
What I mean, tits too fake. What do you think about that? Like too overboard.
I think when she works out to keep everything else that toned at that age, what happens to the breasts is they flatten out. They become much more pectoral rather than breasts.
Yeah.
You get.
So she kind of has to go that route.
If you're I don't know one fitness chick that has like gorgeous arms and abs like that has like a rack.
Her perfect tits.
Yeah, I mean, because you're burning
tits
off
is
fat.
fat.
It's
Yeah.
fat. You're
Oh,
burning
well,
off
there's
fat.
one chick.
And then of course
What's
there's
her
the
name?
water weight that
Yeah,
goes
you
into
see
it. That's
chick I
gone
follow.
too.
What the fuck is her name?
Yeah.
I got her name.
I don't think you can be that fit unless you're just gifted genetically and you're born with, you know.
Like how you burn fat
massive breasts.
everywhere in the body except for the tits. Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. That's how it works. But yeah, so she's a honorable mention on my list. She's not the top 3, but she's right. She's number 4, for sure. And that might only be because she has Jimmy Lewin as her husband. Quite possible. He's a very sweet man with the scariest fucking looking. Yoked. This dude right here.
Oh.
Like, don't fucks with him.
Dang, that dude.
Yeah, but he's super goofy and funny. Like
steroids for sure.
you think?
For sure.
Maybe a couple PEDs in there.
Of course. And
Taking that
and
animal.
they're what, living in Miami?
They're all over the place. I think Miami, yeah, they're based out of, but they're traveling.
Yeah, for sure.
They're traveling hillbillies.
You just tell.
All right, man. Well, shit. We got some funny questions here for the holidays since we're still in October here. I think this is still going out before our Halloween episode, or is this our Halloween episode?
No, this is the Monday episode.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out later. But we'll throw these in just as because we can't just ask ourselves these questions. It was kind of shitty when we asked ourselves because we got bored with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you had a doppelganger out there, somebody that looked just like you but lived a separate life. Would you do a fucking whole parent trap thing and switch lives with them?
That would be super fun.
Yeah, you think that would be fun? Or, see,
I think that
my
would be
answer
awesome.
was, I said I would rather keep my life because I worked hard to fucking just be okay here.
As long as the other person is not gonna screw my. Wait, we're swapping.
You're
then.
swapping.
Yeah,
As long as they're not, but not for good, right?
Let's say 5 years. For 5 years, we're pretending to be each other.
Right now, I can't do that. Not right now.
And you came back and
later on,
but you have to trust that person and not fuck up. But you gotta give it. It's an agreement between the two of you. Can you do it? Okay, so not 5 years. Could you do it for 1 year?
1 year would be cool.
Yeah,
1 year.
1 year is doable.
Let's fuck people over for 365 days and see how
6
that goes.
months.
What about 3? Would you do 3?
Yeah.
So
for
3
sure.
is too much. Just 1.
Just 1, and then if it goes great, then add another 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. That's a good answer, man. Good answer. All right. So now let's say there's a clone of you. This is exactly you. Just you. You think the same. You feel the same. You have the same kink.
Okay.
Would you rather be fucked by him or fuck him?
Could you put 0?
No.
Okay, so not fucked by him for sure.
You know you're either gonna
leave
make
by
him,
default.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, because like now
Okay, but keep in mind you're also making him feel exactly how you would feel. So do you feel bad enough to say, nah, I'll let him do it? Like, how good to yourself are you?
That's a no-win situation.
That's a no-win situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you, you're gonna feel dirty. You're gonna feel uncomfortable here. So, top or bottom, Mr. Clone?
Top.
All right. He has no sympathy for the other person.
There's no sympathy for himself.
No sympathy for yourself, man. God, just give it to yourself.
And the other way would be the same thing.
All right. So
it's rigged.
So let's say that all went south, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said no, and he forced himself on you, and you killed him. You gotta get rid of the body. You gotta cannibalize him. It's the only way you can get rid of the body. What part of the body do you start with first?
Well, you guys seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
No. Well, this is a Halloween episode, so
you're gonna eat the guy.
If you had to, if say there was a situation
and you're starving, you had to eat.
Yeah, you had to cannibalize somebody.
Okay.
It's not whether or not you would, because that's kind of a boring answer.
You start with the thigh, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the thigh?
Well, it should be the most, what do you call it? The juiciest, tastiest.
Right, the densest, the thickest slab of meat.
Yeah, because the inside is tender.
Wow.
Especially in the knee area.
Yeah.
What about the glutes? Right, the whole ass.
That would be like a second or a third.
That would be like the prime rib,
yeah.
because it's the least used muscle, and then we only use it for mobility.
For thrusting?
Oh, for standing. No, we only use it for standing, really, and for lifting with our legs and shit. That's the only time when we're walking we don't activate the glutes quite as much. It's mostly thigh and calf. Sorry, physiology. Anyway. So thigh, that's so different from our answers. That's great. I like it. We're getting variety here.
Well, I said leg, but by leg I meant the fucking calf, because like the meatiest.
Oh, you went calf?
Calf.
Yeah. So he's working the top.
Yeah.
It seems that'd be like
I'm working the top part, you
so
go the bottom.
I feel like the calf is so dense that it would be the best part for jerky.
Chewy.
Yeah, it would be the best part for jerky. Like you would want to smoke that, because that's a lot of tendon in there too. You'd have to strip the tendon out. Anyway. Alright, cool. So you're the
thigh guy.
You're a thigh guy. Very nice, very nice.
Wow, quite literally, thick thighs save lives.
Hey, in that case, yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna skip that one. Okay, we're gonna go to our last question here. Would you rather fuck a zombie or fuck a mummy? They're both reanimated, so they can.
Zombie. We'll go zombie.
Why?
Because the mummy's too like
Right.
dry.
That's
and
what we're
crisp
saying.
and
No,
like crisp, just, and then it's wrapped in shit, so it's probably like not all like where the mummy
Not very
should
molded.
have should have the nice figure. And the thing is, it's all fucked up in the face looking, maybe.
Right, right.
That's
Cut off the head.
what the whole bag thing.
Yeah, Frank
bag
says
bitch,
cut off
bag
the head
zombie.
because in his fucking a zombie scenario, his zombie can still bite him and turn him. It's not like a consenting zombie.
Yeah.
The zombie still wants to eat him.
I
so
like biting, but
he
no,
says that he'll
fucking-
just cut the head off and then fuck it. Like, but at that point, isn't it not animated anymore? Or do you have like, if you remove the head from the body's dead, the head's still alive.
Yeah.
So you're just fucking a corpse.
Yeah.
You fucking creep. So.
Well, fuck. I mean, I didn't think of all that. That's
So
fine.
what we had decided, what I had come up with is that if you're a guy, hands down, you're gonna pick the zombie because it's still fleshy, and the
Yeah.
worse you get, like it smells bad because of the decay. So
Imagine
you
the
just
mummy,
stuff
though.
some mint up your nose. Hold on, we'll get there. So, but and you get the added bonus when you're fucking a zombie. There might be maggots inside the pussy, so you get a little dick tickle too while you're in there.
Like warmth.
Yeah, the warmth of the maggots moving around still, the gases still juicing, so you might get some warmth. And you wait for rigor mortis to pass, and you got a malleable body again. So the problem with the mummy is that, like you said, they're dry, but they don't smell because they're basically jerky. Right?
No lube whatsoever.
No, yeah, you need lube. You would need lube, but no, there's all that rough texture. But we're in this scenario, we're saying that the zombie still has a decent sized penis if it's a guy, right?
So wait.
So exactly.
That was
What I'm
about
saying,
gay homies.
what
No,
I'm
them
saying
guys would be
is that
chicks.
if it's a female, I'm willing to bet a female would choose a mummy over a zombie because you can still get the stiff dick. Just put a condom on it, and it's not so rough. There's hard fucking textured dildos out there that girls use, so I know that's not a problem.
Hey, yeah, that's a good idea.
It's
My
they're
argument
basically
is gonna
fucking.
crumble.
They're basically fucking Iggy Pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
Iggy Pop's a chick now.
Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
Try that again.
Iggy Pop is a chick now.
Iggy Pop
Yeah.
is a chick now.
Fact check.
Live fact check that one.
Yeah, if it's not Iggy Pop, it's the other one.
That's who you're saying is a chick now.
Yeah, okay, so it is the other one.
Yeah, no shit. You're
Okay.
Ziggy.
Yeah, I think it's Iggy Pop.
No. Who is it? I feel like I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
You're distracting
the
from the
fucking-
conversation. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is where we end with our questioning.
Crippling mummy penis, right?
Yeah.
What?
Crumbling.
Crumbling mummy penis.
Yeah, that's where we end this this line of questioning. So just to go back, so what are the plans for your book, man? Are you planning on getting back to that? Finish it? Did you finish it? Publish? What happened?
So what happened was during those little breaks that I take.
Come on up a little bit. You're getting a little far.
Hello. All right. So
Yeah,
what happened? Oh, during those breaks, I'd end up, like I said, playing guitar a little bit here and there. And then the foot came along with the bass drum, and then I was like, oh, I put the hi hats in. And then I was like, what if I strum like dun, 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 then hit the snare drum?
Yeah.
And then it just evolved into holding the whole stick in my hand, just doing everything at the same time. And so it was just like a gradual. And then I'm like, let's make something out of this, because I noticed that there was nobody doing it, and I was like, wait a minute, I could teach this easily, because just the way, what I taught at school, it was basically the process of how the brain learns new skills.
Right.
So I was like, man, I know exactly how I can teach this. So for the past year, it's been acquiring the studio equipment, building everything together, so that I'm ready to kind of launch it. Right now, I'm super.
So you're
close.
talking about making a school.
Like an online school,
But what do you,
and even in person, I want
So
to travel around.
But specifically, what are you going to be teaching? Like how to learn to play multiple instruments at a time?
Guitar and drums.
So
Like,
specifically, that is what is
everything that I'm doing right now on Instagram.
dual instrumental play.
Yeah. And if somebody was like, oh, I wanted to learn just guitar, I'll be like, okay, that's fine too.
So and that just monopolized all your time. So you put the books on the back burner for now.
It is.
Hey, we got a lot. People say life is short, but you take life as fast as you want to, man. If you got plenty of time in life to.
Yeah, there's so much time left. Like I said, and it's only gonna become more and more relevant because what you're seeing right now is there's like a whole society. I mean, it's just getting worse every day in terms of, you know, we were a Christian nation, and you know, if you just look at what was on TV, and you know, in
yeah,
70s,
it's not very Christian anymore.
and then the 80s and 90s, and you see the evolution of it, and now you're looking at it like, if you would have put this, you know, on TV like 10, 20 years ago, people would be like freaking out, but now it's just normal, you know?
But at the same
Especially
time,
with the whole gay movement.
right, but with this social justice movement too, there's
with all the movements.
There's a lot of comedy that can't be done nowadays, just from like 5 years ago. There's movies and TV that you can't post up now because of the risqueness of saying, oh, that black guy over there, you know how they are. He came in and took the rest of the chicken from the table. Like, you can't say jokes like that. They're kind of innocuous, just throwaway, racially instigated jokes.
Exactly.
But they're in good fun. It's just kind of fucking around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I call my cousins mojados just because they cross back and forth from Mexico all the time. They're from here, and we got family from over there, and they're not wetbacks.
Yeah.
But it's offensive to say that they are because it's not a nice thing to say. It's like, they're not actually wet. It's a joke, obviously. Like, they live there. They don't come illegally. They cross, like, you know, you can't make these jokes that are just jokes because people get so easily offended now. So, as much as I like to say that things are getting better, at the same time that we regress in certain aspects. Like, there's a lot of policing of words that shouldn't be happening right now. Half the shit we say on this podcast, if we couldn't get away with on terrestrial radio. We couldn't talk about Epstein and fucking
Alex Jones.
Hashtag free Alex Jones.
Wait, free Alex Jones? What happened with that?
I don't know. These idiots.
He got banned from fucking everything.
He's shadow banned from everything and actually banned. No, right?
He got banned from everything? Like YouTube?
Like, he can't be on YouTube, he can't be on Twitter, he can't be on Facebook, he can't be on fucking Google Play.
Aren't they all owned by the same...
yeah,
wait, so what was the basis or what?
They used the whole Sandy Hook thing.
Yeah, they used that as the linchpin for him.
Yeah, that he was saying that Sandy Hook
didn't happen.
He was a Sandy Hook denier for a little bit.
Yeah, and he was like, well, that's not what false flag means.
But he did backpedal and say he denied that he ever said it. Like, the thing is, he's real manic, and he's correct. And you can't be manic and correct because people don't want to believe you. And when they do...
So Sandy Hook did happen?
Yeah,
it happened.
Sandy Hook was a bunch of kids getting shot.
But Alex Jones was saying that it was set up
that they
by
were
the
actors.
government.
He thought that they were
actors. I
actors.
saw those videos. This is 2013. It's when I bought my AR-15 because I thought Obama was going to take the guns away. I have a badass AR, bro.
Yeah,
I got it right when Alex Jones fucking said that shit.
Nice. Man, that guy was just showing me this Winchester 30-30. They don't even make them anymore. 30-30 long rifle yesterday that used to belong to my grandpa. Oh man, I can't. You can't say that I can't wait till you die, right? But when he dies, I'll be real happy to have a gun.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it, yeah.
That's all
I'll be happy to have the gun. I'll be sad to die.
Granted, I hope I'm too old to fucking carry the gun. You know, he lives as long as me.
Yeah, that's sad about Alex Jones.
But maybe he won't be able to lift it and give it to me at some point. Anyway, so yeah, that's Alex Jones. We can't get away with saying shit like that. There's things that are persona non grata to fucking discuss now. And it can get you fucking banned. They take away your monetization rights of your YouTube videos if you say something that they disagree with. Now, granted, it's a private company. They have every right to do it. They really do.
Yeah.
But there's also monopoly laws in place. Like, there's a reason Walmart isn't the only big chain stores because there's certain taxes that they have to be levied on them to keep them having to have their prices at a certain point. They can't sell everything dirt cheap. They got to sell it at least at competitive prices to keep making money. But they're still overgrown, just like the media is overgrown, just like YouTube and Instagram and Facebook is overgrown. We're not getting a variety of these things. They're monopolizing, and they're all owned by the same people. Facebook owns Instagram. Facebook is part of, like, Sony just got bought up by Disney. Like,
Sony got bought up by Disney?
Yes.
Did they? No. They're thinking of buying Sony because Spider-Man.
Okay, well that's my point. Like, they're in negotiations for and Sprint ended up with T-Mobile, right, or something like. Well, I'm real terrible with who went to who, but my point is all these big ass fucking names are end up
they're all
buying each
coming
other out,
together. Yeah.
and it's a monopoly, and we're not supposed to have monopolies in the United States. That ruins open and free commerce, and it's destroying our economy. It's just helping the wealthiest get wealthier and keeping everybody else at that.
Which, by the way, that's going to continue to happen big time. It's just happening right now.
It's just it's just the way.
You think it comes to a tip, and then there's like a revolution, and then there's like this.
Something's gonna happen. The levee will break.
It has to. I mean, if you just look at history.
Yeah, it happens every 15, 20 years. You had the Wall Street crash of the 90s. You had the Dust Bowl in the 20s. You had the Great Depression in the 30s, 40s.
Early 30s, yeah.
Yeah, and then we had the banks. All the foreclosed banks. What happened?
07?
Yeah, 07.
It was the market crash.
The market crash of 08.
Yeah, the market crash of 08. That was the epic thing. That's every fucking 10, 15 years.
Yeah, this next one, there's no coming back from it. That's what I was reading because...
What's going to happen this time is we're finally going to... They're going to have to wipe out credit. Like, a certain segment of the population is going to really, really benefit, and everybody else... The only way to do it, to let people live, in my opinion, is to wipe out the credit of the people that
or the debt, you mean?
Are in debt, that are beyond so much in debt. You know, if you're over $200,000 in debt, I think maybe the rest of it can be let go. Because what are the chances a person's going to pay that much back anyway?
Right.
So you might as well just have them at least have a feasible amount that they can reach, assuming that they got that debt because of school and now they have the job to pay for that, right? Mm-hmm. But for the people that don't, they're fucked. So you wipe out that debt for the lower half of the economy, and then the upper half of the economy gets real pissed off because the only way to compensate for that is to overtax them. And you tax by percentage rather than economic class. Like above 32,000, no, if you make 30,000, you get charged 5%. You get 40,000, you get charged 5%. You get paid 50,000, you make 5%. Everybody, across the board. But that only makes sense if you do that to the lower economic class too, and you can't do that without wiping out some of their debt. You can't charge them more without wiping out some of their debt. So there's a way to do it, but no, it's not going to make everybody happy. There's half of it that's going to piss off this half, and half of it that's going to piss off the other half.
True.
Anyway, I've rambled on too long there at that last 5 minutes. So this has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, everybody. Frank, tell people where they can find us. Tell us what we've been talking about. Wrap this shit up.
On Instagram at CI Podcast. On Twitter at Completely Inap. You can email us at completelyinappropriate
Do it again!
Podcast at gmail.com.
Motherfucker.
What else? YouTube, Facebook under Completely Inappropriate. And we got hats now. So,
We've had hats.
But
they're going though. We're going through our stock, so.
Get them while they're semi-hot. But
while they're lukewarm.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we love you. Take it easy. Mike, any last words you want to say?
Same. Love you guys. Maybe you'll have me on next time and
talk
about some underage girl.
We already spoke about it.
We talk about underage girls like every other episode here, and it's gonna get us in trouble one of these days. We'll have Jerry on with you next time. We're on personal Epstein. He likes to call himself.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know why the fuck you wanted that. He was like, you can call me Jeffrey Epstein. I'm you Epstein. You're a weird guy. Nazi.
By the way, you think Epstein's dead?
Yeah.
You don't the whole conspiracy shit?
I don't think there's any reason to keep him alive.
He said, yeah.
Like, why give him an out when you can just off him? Like, it's much easier to kill somebody than to take care of them for the rest of their life in secret.
Yeah, you had too much dirt.
No one needed to kill him. They just convinced him to kill himself. I can't imagine it was very hard to convince him to kill himself.
Yeah.
Like, I think that giant dude was intimidation to make his morale weak. And then that guy was a former cop. I'm willing to bet he was a cop that interrogated people and knew how to get them manipulated.
Oh, the one who was his jail mate.
Yeah, that big dude, he was a former cop, and a big ass fucking bodybuilder of a cop too.
You saw him? I haven't seen pictures of him.
Yeah, there's pictures of him I think in the cell, I don't remember. This shit I heard. I didn't actually see it. This is what I heard. He was a massive cop, but like there are cops that you hear about it all the time. They manipulate the witness. They fucking interrogate you for 24, 48 hours, not letting you sleep. If he was trained to do that kind of shit, and he's in a cell block locked up with this dude, maybe he just fucked with him for 48 hours until he fucking decided enough. Because as soon as that guy was out of the cell, and the cameras were off, and the guards weren't around,
boom.
they set that shit up. They manipulated his ass to kill himself. That's my fucking personal opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's unheard of. Like, people kill themselves. Unfortunately, I mean, now it's odd that in that particular prison, nobody had killed themselves for like years or something.
Yeah.
Like, there had never been a successful suicide in there, I think, for like a couple year period or something.
Wow.
And then the first one is this high profile case that's
super
supposed to have
ultra.
camera. It's
Yeah.
sketch.
It is.
So I don't think anybody killed him. I don't think they let him go. I think he killed himself, but I think they had a lot to do with killing him.
That's good. That's what I think too.
Yeah, but
All right,
we'll
guys.
get back to Epstein.
Have a good one. Oh.
I'll get back to Epstein. No, go ahead. Have a good one, everybody. Frank, what are we saying?
Be excellent to each other.
Find your happy people. We love you. Bye. Say bye.